I don't know why everyone is getting their garments bunched up. No Child Left Behind is a great act. Created, approved, and reinstated by great people who give a damn about our children. These people are so nice, they are willing to test all children with the same test and smart enough to know that all children are the same. I mean, consider it. They're so brilliant up there above us, small people, that they realize that removing music and arts is a surefire, fabulous idea. So, really, Dick and Bush, there are no children left behind on the sidelines, none fading into the background or slipping through our red, white, black, and blue fingers. None at all, huh?
I have this piece because I still remember very clearly being a wallflower kind of kid, and having to recite stuff. And I remember having English teachers who were just kind of going rote through our lesson plans. And it's kind of amazing that I do poetry stuff now, because back then it was really something to kind of hate on, because it was so stultifying. So, I've got good teachers out there. So I'll do this poem, Wallflower poem. Performing poetry is more treacherous than it looks, especially girls used to being measured by snake eyes, or boys with cheekbone scars of metal locker slits. And poets are cursed with long-term memory and memory lapse culture. Can feel it in the weight of any room full of poets, living ones. See, in school it was the days of the dead poets. And I grew into my scrawny eyes, sat in the back row of classes because embroidered into all my shirts were invisible kick-me tags. I knew the kinds of shoes for every one of my classmates. They kept my head down. I knew the arc of cruelty, leaving crescent moons on arms, trying to claw my way out of elementary school. And what I was taught of poetry was in humiliating recitations, white knuckles pressing corrugated ridges of chalk trays, clinging to the walls and the voice inside my throat like a lozenge. I focused on the window, the sill, the tree outside the window, trying to blot out my peers' past names into blobs and smears. Oh, Captain, my Captain, please get this fearful trip done. Why are they making me do this to your poem, Walt Whitman? Why can't you come off that bridge in Philly, be alive from all those long dead leaves of grass? In later years, we stabbed at Shakespeare. Is this the dagger I see before me, the handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee in my suicidal adolescent behavior. I have thee not, but I see thee still. This is how wallflowers wilted. Yet now I understand the other way and the other side of the desk. I understand how teachers are pinned to the walls. How new wallflowers are made as teachers have only 1 year to twist and prune English, challenging for Americans to fit into test bubbles. ESL students are systematically encouraged to fail.
Yep.
You might lose your job if you bring books of poems in translation into a class. No Spanish on the left, English on the right. No, poets and literature are picked for deadness. Removed of the power of context. Because the truth is, contemporary voices are incendiary. The poster child for wallflowers everywhere, Emily Dickinson, wrote "Open me carefully," addressed to a woman she could never have. So imagine if all of our own mouths counted. Think of the test bubbles they burst. So I performed poems from pages, shed them like wallpaper, still feeling the memory of the wall, the aches of vines tearing away from the one-dimensional shy unglued. It still hurts sometimes, even knowing the underneath grows back stronger from the root. Urgency still molts me from autumn, one leaf at a time, one poem at a time. I'm still peeling. Because it took me years to discover the value of Walt's song of himself, only to wish there were more really good teachers who taught us early how to sing our own. Thank you.
Again we color right, and our kids can read, and we let them concede without a fight at all. How can we ask our teachers to teach when we tie up their tongues and set curriculums by some corporate racist, sexist test for such a long time? We spin our wheels around, hoping the motion could keep us up from drowning. What kind of country would keep its children down? As if our futures are not together bound. When it's multiple choice, with no dissension of voice, or any critical thought-producing test. How can we say it matters one bit if they pass or fail? Is it school or jail that was setting our children up? Oh, so